Salutations and welcome back to the channel. We will be continuing to complete all of the design documents for my upcoming game called Bookey Manor. In this video, we will focus on the Art Bible or Style Guide. The Art Bible is a document that ensures that there is a consistent visual identity for the game. It provides guidelines on the art direction and serves as a reference for those working on the visual aspects of the game. In the Art Bible, the different sections we will look at are the overall art direction, the color palette, the art style, iconography and symbolism, animation style, UI or UX design, asset guidelines, character design details, environment design details, inspirational and reference material, accessibility considerations, style do and don'ts, and finally updates and iterations. So we will begin with the overall art direction. The theme of the game is hyper-realistic horror or thriller. The mood I'm hoping to present is an eerie or haunted one, with the inspiration being something similar to the Addams Family TV show. For the color palette, the primary colors or tone are monochromatic or black and white, with blood red as well. The secondary colors are simply a variety of hues used to distinguish between the different rooms. I did not make a standard listing of these colors yet, since I'm not sure how many rooms there will be at the end. And currently, I pretty much just grabbed a random color and tweaked it until I got something that was different from the others and looked like it worked in that setting. When it comes to setting up a guideline for color usage, I decided to keep everything simple and create each asset in a monochromatic color scheme. And for the ones that won't experience a huge change, I inserted the blood red color wherever it was needed. This made it easier to adjust the hues of the other images, since that part is done by the game engine. So I don't have to create sprites for each character in each hue. Apart from adjusting the hue of the sprites to match the room color, there is no mood variation in the game. For the art style, the rendering style is 2D hyperrealistic still imagery. For the character design, the residents and visitors are either human or humanoid, and either gothic evil or 1950s attire. The design for the key is simply a spooky house key. When it comes to environment design, it is simply the types of rooms one can expect to see in a manor. Each one is dimly lit and unique. The texture style is hyper-realistic, of course, and the lighting of the assets are all embedded in the image to give a dimly lit, high contrast, low exposure feel to the art. For iconography and symbolism, the icons and user interface elements are expected to be symbolic of a manner in a horror aesthetic, and all of the elements of symbolism are typically haunted or spooky motifs, and all the elements of symbolism are either haunted or spooky motifs, images, and symbols. Apart from the pendulum motion of the key, there are and probably won't be any animations in this game. For the UI UX design, the interface style is of course horror themed, and the typography is currently a spooky font. But due to the issues with the translations of the text in the main menu, I'll have to find or buy a different font that has all the special characters, especially for the languages that use accents over the vowels. On to asset guidelines. For the resolution and formats, I made all of my images in the PNG format, and these are the lists of resolutions for each asset type. Having to consider the size of the game, I may have to shrink these and incorporate some sort of smoothing feature so that it doesn't look blocky or pixelated. Ideally, I want to decrease the size of the game, but if that comes at the cost of sacrificing too much in the resolution aspect, I may just have to leave it as it is. The plan for the pipeline and naming conventions is to store each asset type in its own labeled folder and to give them a standardized naming convention similar to what I have listed here. My goal, of course, is to obtain an optimum 4K resolution. Maybe that will change if I decide to decrease the size of the asset images, but for now it is 4K. For character and design details, I don't think I will follow any specific silhouette template, and there's also no need for color coding since all of the assets are monochromatic by design. There are also no accessories at the moment, and that may only change if I decide to add skins for the keys or other stuff in the game. Ideally, the expressions and emotions one should experience when seeing these assets are a sense of anticipation, fear, maybe dread, and some slight discomfort. I won't consider anything for the environment design details section since there is only one quote-unquote region. Essentially, the rooms don't provide any difference to the game apart from visual, so they won't be seen as different environments in that sense. At some point in the future, I'll probably input the sketches and concept art that was created when planning for this game, but currently it is irrelevant since I already started building the game. For accessibility considerations, the only aspect that I paid attention to so far is the legibility. I also don't think that I can simplify the asset for this type of game. I would like to think that the game can be played by colorblind users in this current state. For styles, do's and don'ts, I'll have to insert the images I used as a reference for character creation at some point. On to updates and iteration. As you can see, the last time this document was edited is on the 23rd of January, and there is no need for a feedback loop since this is a one-man project. And with that, we've come to the end of showcasing all of the documents I hope to maintain while making and completing this game. Please like, subscribe, provide feedback. Ultimately, what you can look forward to in the coming days are probably some vlogs on how close I am to completing the demo, what other features I may implement before the demo, and maybe some feedback on some of the reviews I have received on the game. So please like, subscribe, provide feedback, try the game on itch.io using the link in the description below. Hopefully I can see you guys play the game, provide some interesting information, and until then, see you soon.